Hey guys, today I want to share with you a fall no-bake bite. I love having these on hand. I know I've done a lot of different varieties, but I like to have these on hand because if I don't have something like this, by mid-afternoon I am snacking. In between lunch and dinner, I'm always hungry, so I try to grab a snack. I like to have something like this on hand because it kind of curbs that sweet tooth and it's filling enough to get me through until dinner time. So these are really easy to make and your kids will like them, your spouse, friends, they're really good. This one, the base this time is going to be almond butter instead of peanut butter. And there's some little add-ins that you can add. I'll let you know the ones that I've substituted before. So the first thing I have is 1.5 cups of just dry oats. And if you're gluten-free, you'll want to use gluten-free oats, or if that's your preference, but I just have 1.5 cups of oats. And then the next thing I have is 1 cup of almond butter. Now you can use the creamy almond butter or you can use a crunchy almond butter. I chose the crunchy almond butter just because I kind of like it to have that like almond crunch as I take a bite into the ball. So I have a crunchy almond butter, and you'll want to find an almond butter that's just natural. Usually it just has almonds. So I have that one. It's just the crunchy one. I buy this at Trader Joe's. So I have that, and then the next thing I have is 1/2 cup of honey. So you just want pure honey. And this is just 1/2 cup, so we're just gonna put this inside with everything else. So we have our 1/2 cup of honey, and then in here I have 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and then 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm just going to dump that in there. And if you wanna make more bites, you're fine to go ahead and just double this recipe if you wanna have more on hand. That's completely fine. Sometimes I will double it if I'm going to be giving them out to friends, or if it's the beginning of my week and I want to get through to the end of the week, so I'll just double the recipe. So you're fine to do that as well. Then the next thing we're going to need is 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and we're just going to pour that right inside. Now at this point we're going to go ahead and mix everything all together. You can, once it's mixed up, if you want to use dark chocolate chips, you can add those in and have those like an extra like crunch and sweetness in the bite. So you can add in dark chocolate chips. I like to use the Lily's brand. They're sweetened with stevia, or you can use just your like dark chocolate chip if you choose to put those in here. You don't have to, but they're good. I've made them both ways. I made them just like this, and then I made them with dark chocolate chips. So the next thing we're going to do is just stir everything together. So you want that almond butter mixed in with the oats, and you just want everything like well combined. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and mix this all up. I did add in some chocolate chips because I made these last week and had requests to add the dark chocolate chips. So last week I made these just plain without them, and then this week I went ahead and added dark chocolate chips. So I used the Lily's brand, and I used about 1/4 cup. I didn't really measure it, I just kind of eyeballed it, but it was about 1/4 cup. So we're just going to mix this all together, and then the next thing you're going to do is just get your container, whatever you want to place these in, and we're just going to scoop them out. I'm using my little cookie scoop just to keep them kind of the same size and shape. And what you do is just take them and roll them into a ball, and then we're going to place them in the container, and then I will refrigerate these. I like to keep these cold. They're really good just to have as like your snack when they're cold. They're so refreshing. I love these things. So we're just going to keep rolling our little no-bake bites just in a ball. I got 24 of the no-bake bites, and I'm going to put these in the refrigerator to let them cool. And like I said, you can really add anything to these. You can add chocolate chips, you can add raisins. They kind of remind me of an oatmeal cookie. So add raisins, add any kind of other nuts. If you use a creamy almond butter, if you want to add cashews or walnuts, whatever you'd like. But these are nice to have on hand just because it's like a good snack, either after school or on the go, or that in between the lunch and dinner. That's when I tend to usually get like the munchies. Like I'm always like looking for something, and if I don't have something prepped and on hand, I'll probably grab something that I don't want or I'll regret later. So it's nice to have these kind of things on hand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!